right, everybody, welcome on in to the Hot Corner. This show is brought to you by Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin, licensed in all of California. Give Chapman Law Group a call for all your legal needs. You can reach them at 415-613-9483. They'll help you out if you got a personal injury situation. All right, guys, hey, listen to this. Hayden Birdsong is now in the rotation. Hayden Birdsong to the rotation and Jordan Hicks to the bullpen, as Eric and I have been saying for a long time. Since they signed Hicks.
And a half, right?
Yeah. Not necessarily Birdsong in the rotation, but Hicks to the bullpen. The Giants thankfully didn't wait until Hicks's arm got what they might call tired arm, and he is useless in the bullpen. Now you get the best of Hicks, hopefully, in the bullpen, and hopefully you get the best of Birdsong as a starter. Alex Pavlovic broke the news, about 3:15, a little over an hour and 20 minutes ago.
Yep.
Hayden Birdsong will start Tuesday. Jordan Hicks is moving to the bullpen. Bob Melvin said Hicks was great about it. Melvin, he said, I want to do what I can to help the team win. That's good.
I like that, dude. That is something that I want to hear.
Yes.
Right, Dan? I mean, come on. Because there's a lot of speculation. And look, we're just throwing stuff out there. Hey, was it in his contract to be a starter? He should be a starter. That's where he would succeed. And you know what? I think me and you have been very clear. We're not attacking Jordan Hicks. We just want him to be put in the position where he succeeds. And as Senior talking about it, hey, what's up, Matt? You're putting him in the bullpen, dude. Look at this bullpen now. You got Camilo Doval out there dealing. You got Randy Rodriguez dealing. Now you're going to have Hicks in there, who's going to throw 100. You got the crazy sidewinder in Rogers, and then of course, I mean, maybe Walker isn't even the close. Maybe he's not even the closer.
Yeah, maybe that happens too. I love this move. I think this is Senior's right. It makes the team deeper. I'm glad they're not waiting around. Last year, I think Farhan, who was in charge of the team, would have waited. And, Buster and Melvin make the move. I'm sure it was a collab decision between Buster and Melvin.
Correct.
I don't know if Melvin makes this move completely himself. Maybe he did, but
I'm sure he gave his input. There's no doubt about he gave his input.
There's no doubt. I mean, we've all seen it. Everybody's been seeing it. Okay. Some of us saw it sooner than others. We saw it when they signed Hicks. Like, why are they going to make last year? Why are they making this guy a starter? He throws 103. The guy can just bring the heat. He's been throwing at roughly 96, 97 this year. His sinker last year was about 92, and it had a lot more sink. He's now throwing it harder, and it doesn't sink. So it's just a straight level pitch at 97, which for major league hitters, that's just meatballs coming up. And that's why you saw the balls just getting hit hard. I mean, he has a 6.55 ERA. He fooled everybody the first game against Houston on the road, on the first road trip of the season.
He was amped up. He was at home, right?
Yes, he was at home. He pitched probably the best game of his career. And, ever since then, it's just been, here and there, he has a few good innings, but there's always at least one bad inning early on. So hopefully Birdsong can really nail down this spot in the rotation. And, now you've got two youngsters in the back end, Roop and Birdsong. And you got Harrison in the wings and Carson Wisenhunt ready to, the Giants are in much better situation, Eric, than the LA Dodgers pitching wise.
That's a great point. That's one thing that the Giants have been having going for them is the pitching, with the exception of a few starts and a few bullpen catastrophes, if you want to say it. But this is something, man. I like it. And what I like about it is the team isn't waiting. They're getting it done. And it sounds like Hicks has the great attitude. He just wants the team to win. That's what you need to have. And you know what? Did you get this from the players when it was under Farhan and Kapler? Maybe this helps with the way Buster, again, it's an example of how Buster is setting the example in the clubhouse, saying, hey, guys, this is about what is best for the team. How can we best put our guys in positions to help the team win? So I love it.
Yes, absolutely. Mark Graves, they made a move now, make a move off of Wade. Hey, Eldridge smacking home runs down in AA.
I knew it.
I'm expecting Eldridge to come up to AAA anywhere between June 15th and July 1st, that 2-week window. If he continues on the path of tearing up AA, give him another month and a half. And if he can tear up that, then move up to AAA, tear up AAA for a month and a half, July and mid-August. You can bring him up around the 20th when Lou and I are down in San Diego. Maybe we'll get to see. Speaking of Lou,
yes. What's up, Lou?
What a great Preakness, man. Journalism squeezes in there. He actually was, Lou, I meant to call you earlier and I forgot. I got busy and I missed the live race. I saw the replay. Was there ever a what do they call that in racing?
An inquiry?
An inquiry. Was there an inquiry on that race, Lou? Because it looked like the one horse went right into journalism and journalism had to kind of squeeze out, and boy, what a finish. He comes down the stretch and barely knocks off the other horse by, that much. It was great. So I better buy squares soon so I can sit front row for a Giants game. Don't get shut out. That's right, everybody. You better buy those squares. No inquiry because it was
one fault.
The one fault. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, because he got that was wild. But Eddie K says trade Hicks and Wade for Bart. Wouldn't that be something?
Well, you know what?
I'm sure Pittsburgh wants a pile of.
And honestly, this is something we've been talking about. If you're going to do something with Hicks, either he has to go to the bullpen or you trade him. Right? Yeah. That's that. Those are the options because I don't think having him in a rotation. You talked about it. A 6.5 ERA. That just. I'm sorry. It's not getting done as a starter.
Yeah.
So man, dude. And look. And the first thing I'm going to say is, just because Birdsong is in a rotation, it doesn't mean we got a freaking. We're not talking about his schemes here, right?
Right.
I'm not saying he's some kind of like hero coming out of the freaking the farm. I think he's going to be a better option. There's no doubt about it. I like what I've seen out of Birdsong, so it's going to be fun. He did it last year. I mean, he was a starter last year, so it's nothing new for him.
Would you rather be Jordan Hicks and demoted to the bullpen, or would you rather be Brandon Hyde and fired? Baltimore fired their manager today, Brandon Hyde. Interesting. So baseball, we're getting to that time of the year. We're over the 40 game mark. We're we're close to 50 games. We're what are we 26 and 19, 45 games, right around 45 right now. So you're getting to the mark between that 40 and 60 games where teams start to say, okay, time to do something. Yep. So I think maybe the next move, guys, might be for the Giants to make a move. Maybe
I know what you're talking about. I love the idea that you have, man. Yep. Because what does Baltimore need?
They need pitching, man. They need pitching.
And what do they have in excess of?
Young hitters that are blocked. There's a few of them that are blocked.
What position? Yeah, a catcher.
First base, catcher. Man, there's Basallo. I don't know if they would let him go, but Adley Rutschman. I mean, they've got Kobe Mayo, who could actually play first base. I don't know if Mayo hasn't really done it yet. But the one thing about Mayo is he hasn't really gotten a legitimate shot, kind of like Matos. You don't really get a real run. Oh, you forgot the air raid siren, Dallas.
Oh, I guess we should have done air raid. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I should have done the air raid. Is it even on here? I think it is. But
I don't know if I have it on there or not. I'm not sure, man. Yeah.
But this is a great move. This is just It just tells me that the club understands that they're seeing what we're seeing. So we're not, it gives me hope, because how many times have we come on these shows, Dan, and we're just like, are we not seeing something? Is there something I don't get it? And some of the decisions that were made in the past, but this time around, it's a little bit different, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What's really something is, here we are, May, what is today? The 17th of May. So the Giants have, preserved Hicks's arm, basically. He's thrown, how many innings has he pitched? He's probably pitched close to 45, 50 innings.
Ooh, I thought he was more than that. I could be wrong. Maybe not. I know he's had 9 starts, right?
Yeah, that's probably right around 50, 45 to 50.
Innings pitched, 45.
Okay, perfect. So now you can get 50 innings out of Hicks in the bullpen with 50 more appearances. You got basically 115 games roughly to go. So if he pitches in half of them, that's what, 57 innings or so. That's about right. That would give him, that'd give him 100 innings. He could do that. He could do that. You've saved enough of his arm that he could go out there, and hopefully they don't use him as the long guy. I don't want to see him in that long. I want to see him as a 1-inning flamethrower. Okay.
Yes.
A
full max effort. Max effort.
Yes.
Max effort for 1 inning.
Yeah. Come on, guys. 1 inning of 103, and then he can throw his sinker will actually look a lot better, and he can mix in some of the other pitches. I mean, this makes a whole lot of difference but instead of waiting till July. Dallas says if Hicks can transition the bullpen and be an effective reliever, that makes the pen so much deeper. Rogers, Hicks, Walker, Duvall in whatever order. That's a solid block. Yes,
it is.
You've also got Rodriguez and Miller. That's 6 deep. Then your long guys are Harrison and Bivens now.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. I like it, man. I like it. And then the next man up, if God forbid, if someone goes down with an injury, then you call on Harrison to be the next guy up for the B, and then maybe you have to bring up Wisenhunt at that particular time. But that's the beauty, because I mean, look what else the Giants have. You still have Tristan Beck. You still have Mason Wynn. Am I right? Not Mason Wynn.
Keaton
Wynn. Mason Black. You got the Ragsdale
down there. Yeah. I don't know. That just doesn't fit for me. A guy with the name.
That's just Eating's there. Yeah,
Ragsdale. I mean,
yeah. It
doesn't fit for a pitcher, man. Ragsdale. Give me Justin Smoke.
Or how about Jonathan Cannon? I think he's the starting pitcher.
Yeah, there you go, Jonathan Cannon. Katniss says Hicks, or Mark says Hicks can pitch 2 or 3. Yeah, we don't want him pitching 2 or 3 though, Mark. I don't. I want him pitching 1 inning. You've got a couple guys that can go 2 innings. You got Harrison that can go more than 2. You got Bivens that could go more than 2, and Miller can go 2 innings. You don't need you don't need a 4th guy that can do that. You want to maximize Hicks's potential, and that is when he's throwing 103 and he can do it. He could be He could be your 8th inning guy. You really now can put it in a situation where you would have 3 potential closers in Duvall, Walker, and Hicks if, you can rotate them like teams do when they've pitched 2 innings, two consecutive days, and they never want to pitch him a 3rd day. I mean, Hicks is okay first came to the lineup, but he's also struggled a lot in the first inning this year.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's because he's trying to conserve energy.
Right. He is. Look, because if you come up for winning, you're going to throw what? Maybe at the max 20. If you're in a high, if you're not really on, you're going to throw about 20. You're just going to come out, you throw your 15 pitches with everything you got, get out 3 guys, done. come out, you rest the day if you have to come in the next. But for the most part, you're coming in every maybe day, maybe no, every other day, every other
day, every 2-3 days. You're never pitching 3 days in a row.
No.
And so this is what makes the bullpen deeper, because
it is.
Now you allow Duvall and Rogers to be able to go 2 days in a row, as long as you got Hicks that does it. As long as all three of them aren't going 2 days in a row, now you can have guys, you can just put out your bullpen, man. This is a 6 deep with 2 long men. That makes your shortens the game for starters. They really, if you can get 5 solid out of it, you can go 6th inning. You could go Rodriguez. 7th inning, you could go. I mean, you could literally go 5th inning if starter was maxed out. You could go 5th inning. You could go Rodriguez. 6th inning, you could go. Let's say you wanted to go Rogers. 7th inning, Duvall. 8th inning, Hicks. 9th inning, Walker. Whatever. You can mix and match that thing. You could flip it around. You could put Walker in the 6th. I prefer to see Walker a little earlier, like he was when he first came up. It's the one guy I don't feel really that comfortable closing right now.
Not right now. But now you have options. You have Duvall, who's been throwing the ball fantastic.
Yeah.
Man. And then now you got Hicks, who, again, he has history of success in the bullpen. This is just a win-win. And look, I see a lot of people talking about trading Hicks right now. I say, no, don't trade him now. Now you just got your bullpen that much better. Do you remember back in, what was it, in the 2014, 2015 timeframe with the Kansas City Royals? Remember they had that 3-headed monster? They had that Kervin Herrera. Who was that short guy that pitched for the 9th? The guy used to throw freaking. He threw hard. He was a short guy too.
Which
for
team?
The Royals. For the Royals, they had that 3-headed bullpen.
Oh,
and they were hard. The Giants got to him in 2014, but they won the series in 50.
I know who you're thinking of. I remember seeing them.
There was 3 guys. I remember Herrera, but I can't remember the guys.
Yeah. Hey, Dallas, you know what? You say this, and as I was saying that come out of my mouth, I said, somebody's going to quote me on Dave Righetti, and it was Dallas.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that was a nickname.
Yeah, that was a nickname.
That was Rags. That was just a nickname for
Righetti. Keaton Wynn is hurt again. Wow, what do you know?
Imagine
guys? That. Jeez.
It was Davis, Herrera. It wasn't Soria. It was somebody else. There was someone in the 9th, and I can't remember who it was. Mike S. Thanks, but that's close. It was Herrera, Davis, and that was the closer. He was a short guy. He had a short. What do you want to call it? Motion to the plate.
Yeah.
Threw hard.
Yeah. I wish I could remember his name. Yeah. Johnny Cesari. My 7th inning would be Rogers. Rodriguez 8th, Duvall 9th. No more Walker. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm kind of like Walker around the 6th. Johnny Cesari.
That's who it was. It was Holland. Not Derek Holland. Not Derek Holland, but it was Holland. His last name was Holland. He was a short guy, man.
Do you remember Al Holland, who used to pitch for the Giants, a lefty, years ago in the 70s?
I remember Derek Holland. Remember he was here.
Yeah, Derek Holland. Yeah. Johnny Cesari or Cesari.
But the Giants got that. They're in that same position now. Now, if you have a lead going into the you talked about the 5th. You got a lead going into let's say the 7th, 6th, 7th, right?
Yeah.
You're good, man. You're good.
Yeah.
Man, I love it. This is something that's got me excited right now.
Don says it's about time. That's right.
Don from Evansville. What's up, Don?
Hey, we got first pitch here in just a little over an hour.
Yes, we do.
6:05 tonight. On the hill, we've got. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Somebody else.
What's up, Liam from across the pond? What's up, dude?
What did Glenn? I just saw somebody added Carson Ragsdale to the fantasy team. Glenn, what's Ragsdale? What? Is he NA or eligible? What the heck's going on?
Probably is. I think he's got wind. That he thinks that maybe he may get called up in the future, I think.
Oh my gosh.
He's watching the show. I know you're watching, Glenn. I know you're watching.
Carson Rags.
I see it. We're talking about Ragsdale. All of a sudden he picks him up. We know you're watching. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh man, my Braves are homering in fantasy. All right, there we go. Drake Baldwin homered.
Who the hell is Drake Baldwin?
He's a backup catcher. I got him in the
Really?
Oh, that's in my other league. Okay. All right. Yeah. I had back-to-back homers earlier with Olsen and Ozuna. But
Nice.
Ragsdale, I bet he's just joking. He picked him up as a joke, Ragsdale. Come on, Ragsdale.
He's NA. That's an NA guy. He'll be sitting in there forever. He
has Eldridge as NA, doesn't he? So
mm-hmm.
But that's right. You get 3. Yeah, I forgot. You get 3.
Yeah, you get 3 NAs.
My other league, you only get 1. That's right.
Really? That's it? Just 1?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Matt Morse.
What's up, Matt?
Morse. It's great. The Giants are making smart lineup decisions. Move up Wilmer and drop Chapman down.
Oh, speaking of which, do we have a lineup?
We should.
Let me look.
I bet you we got it right.
Might as well do that.
Here
I have
we go.
Not.
Major
if you have it, go for it, man.
I can pull it up right here. Let me pull it up. Wait a minute. Gamecast. They've got to have the lineups out by now. Yeah, we've got the lineup out. Here we go. Let me pull it up.
Okay, I see. Okay, go for it. Right. If you're going to bring it up, go for it.
I'll have to blow this up here in just a second. But okay, so the Giants lineup is right there. Yaz. Flores, DH, Lee in center, Ramos in left, clean up Chapman batting
in the 5.
Fifth. Adames at short at 6, Wade back in there at first base 7, Bailey 8, Fitzgerald 9. Okay, so that's the facing.
This
the
is
righty.
You notice he's tinkering.
Yeah,
because he's moved Chapman and Adames all over the place. The bottom 3 have been pretty much been set.
Maybe you get a big night out of Adames, 4 for 13 lifetime against Luis Severino. The rest, Chapman 2 for 18, but that's nothing. He's 2 for 18 against a lot of pitchers.
Ain't that the truth?
Let's see what the A's lineup looks like here. If we can take a look at their lineup. Okay, A's, Wilson, of course. Look at that guy hitting 341. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
None of them have faced Roop, so it's Wilson, Rooker, Soderstrom, Langoliers, Andahar, Butler, Urias,
same as last night,
and Kurtz down batting 9.
Kurtz is, I think he was batting 7th yesterday. Right?
He's cooled off. He was up 246. I thought he was up around 275. All right, so there's your lineup for tonight's ball game. Giants finally got a win last night with their right-handed lineup, which is nice.
Yeah, because they were like 2-10 against lefties, and they had some great at bats against Sears. Now, granted, Flores did all the damage, but some other guys, they had some decent lineups. They were drawing walks, they were making them throw a lot of pitches, and of course, Flores made them pay because he had some great at bats as well. So yeah, that was nice to see, man.
Yeah.
Somehow the lefties were just getting to the Giants for some reason.
Mark says y'all wanted Duvall traded last year. Now Walker gone. Sometimes guys struggle. Shaking my head. Yeah,
true.
I actually felt like Duvall was going to have a bounce back year. I said I wouldn't get rid of him. Because he's too young. He had a great year in 23.
Yeah,
he was one of the top relievers, but he was frustrating at times for sure last year.
And again, maybe it wasn't. We talked about this. Maybe it was just between his ears, man. Maybe it was just a mental thing.
Yeah.
And now he's straight.
Surprised with Wilmer Flores. Flores is streaky. He does this. I mean, he had 7 home runs, and then he sat on that for a long time. And now what he hits 3 last night. He's at 10, right? He's at 10 now.
Yeah.
Okay. Like he might hit another 1 or 2 here in the next week, and then he'll go dormant for a while. I expect Flores to end up with about 24, 25 homers.
And that's fine. I'm good, dude. That's awesome.
That's great.
I would take it in a heartbeat, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If he hits over 24, 25 in that range, even if he gets 26, 27, I don't think he reaches over 30. I would be shocked, even at this point in the year. I mean, we're 45 games in, right? So we're not quite a third of the way through.
We're past the quarter pole.
They're 26-19, correct?
I believe so.
So they played 45 games. They played 27% of their games.
Yeah,
So
we're just rounded to quarter pole.
If you figured Flores is on pace for like 37 home runs right now, I don't see it. I think he hits in the mid-20s, and that'd be great. I mean, that would might lead this team. Chapman could. I don't know where Adames lands, but I think Flores hits over 20. I think Ramos gets over 20. I think Chapman gets over 20. And there was one other one. Maybe Adames will get around 20.
Yeah.
So Adames, Chapman, Ramos, Flores. Four guys.
And that's fine. It would be great if Lee could get 15. I mean, that might be a little bit of a stretch. Maybe 10.
Yeah, I think I had Lee 10 to 12 in that range.
Fitzgerald probably could get you 15.
Dallas says, who has the best chance of 30?
Oh,
I would say
Ramos. That's my guess.
Yeah, I would say Ramos has a shot. I would say at this point Flores does, simply because depends on if they
how they play him. If they keep him at first base.
I don't think so.
Oh, Wade's playing. Who's DH today? Flores, right?
Yeah. Flores, yeah.
Because
if he's more the DH, he has a better shot. I think the Giants might look for a left-handed hitting first baseman if Wade doesn't start producing, but I got a feeling Wade's going to come around a little bit more. I really do. I don't think he's
so, but he had 2 strikeouts and 2 at-bats.
Yeah, he's looking.
I don't know what it is, man.
I think didn't he face a lefty last night?
No, they brought him in when the righty came in.
Okay.
I don't know. His second at bat may have been against the lefty. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Giants have a shot. They could go out and get a Rhys Hoskins at first base. I think that would make a lot of sense. Yeah, I think I think that would be a pretty good move for them to go out. Rhys Hoskins is a power hitter. He would, he's hitting decent this year. I would like to see them make a move like that because it wouldn't cost anything. You're not going to have to give up much to go get a Rhys Hoskins. Just probably a top 5. I mean, top 15 guy, like around 15.
And Mike's. And speaking of first baseman, Mike brought it up, and I saw this earlier. And man, I remember in our group chat, I said there's something going on with the Encarnacion. He's been out a couple of games, and supposedly he's got soreness in that hand of his.
Oh, geez, that's too bad.
That's not good.
That's too bad. Hey, look, I've got to fly here.
You're flying?
No, I mean I got to fly. I got to leave.
Go.
I got to leave.
Gotcha.
You want to keep it going, or
I'll get out of here too, man. It's just
we
just come on there and do this real quick, and
just a little quick 30-minute little blurb here. So guys, we agree, Matthew. We all wanted Alonso, thought it would have been a good signing, but
you're blocking Eldridge because that's
but I don't think Alonso. You could always use him as a DH.
Could.
Yeah,
it's true,
and you can also use Eldridge as a DH at times too. But anyway, it's what's the saying? It's water under the bridge. Is that the saying? Something like that?
Yeah, water under the bridge.
Yeah. So Flores is actually hitting for the RBIs. He's got 41. He's on pace for
I know the RBIs, man.
The RBIs is unbelievable. Hey, well, let's get out of here. Close us out with some music, and we will see you guys. Giant Sports Talk. You going on tonight after the ball game?
Yep, we go on about half hour or so, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Afterwards,
absolutely.
we're on like immediately. So, and then we end up early, so you can start with us and finish with Giant Sports Talk Live. You can get Giants coverage for a couple of hours tonight after the ball game if you like. So, NorCal Sports Network, we should be on immediately after the final pitch, expected to be somewhere around 8:45. Eric, a half hour roughly after that. Yep. And hey, go get them Giants tonight and keep this.
Real quick, how many innings does Roop go? How many innings does he go today?
Roop, 5 1/3.
5 1/3. That's right in the wheelhouse. All right, we'll be having fun on the group text. I know it. All right, guys, we'll see you tonight.
Take care, everybody.
All right, see y'all.